This is somewhat what we may strive for here. The Lords of Light, those of us who remain within Senelise as we do, attempt to hold a beacon for those who are travelers, offer refuge for those who are seeking something more familiar. But in addition to that, I here am divinely appointed in opposition to a creature that has found comfort in some of the lower halls of Senelise. It is my divine appointment to search this creature out and eradicate it. And I wish to find creatures who have a like-mindedness in this purpose, this awareness. Find creatures who understand that a festering rot within the home will kill quicker than an invading army.
Sort of creature are you talking about? Like, what is it? I mean,
The demon lord of roaches has nested here and has been calling his roachlings, his creatures of his kind, warped animals, to live here. They breed and steal and take. It has been a task to make sure that these demons are removed from such a place as this.
why aren't the locals doing anything about them?
I believe that their own politic necessitates that they handle things differently. There are many who oppose the demon lord of roaches, but by doing so merely state their opposition or state their disservice to him, rather than bringing any sort of justice to him or any of the roachlings that have laid their horrible claws upon any of the fey creatures who live here.
I just want to make sure I understand. This demon lord of roaches is moved into some of the lower levels of this place, but they can't. But the local politics prevent them from actually getting rid of him, even though he is actively harming some of the residents. Is that
Not through his own direct action, but yes.
okay? His
Akishagal,
minions, are
yes,
doing okay.
yes. Akishagal is a creature who has made it apparent that he has intention behind being here, whether that be simply to feast or if there is something that is within Senelise he wishes to have directly. And I have not even ruled out that the purpose of many of the Archfey gathering here is connected to this ritual duel of historical import. With all of that in mind, I don't know if the Demon Lord of Roaches intends to have a champion in contest, or if he has some other purpose, and I wish to know. But myself and many of the other Lords of Light are known to be connected, known by each other, and the Roachlings know us.
And you want me to look into it? I'll be honest, I'm not much of a spy. Never been good at it, but I could at well, assuming she survives the fall back to Earth. The comet back to Earth. I mean, I might know somebody who knows somebody.
That would
Thank you.
be, yeah, no problem. That would be more than we have yet to work with. Any assistance may help.
I'll
Should
see what I can
you,
do. I have not much love for the residents of this place, but they don't deserve demons festering in their lower levels.
I agree.
That
When you
sounds
say
well.
that, sorry, what
Sorry.
was it?
Nothing. Go ahead.
When you say that, he
Ted, you've got demons
reaches.
festering in your lower levels.
I was gonna say that just sounds like the
Got
description of
him.
like crabs or something. Demons festering in your lower levels.
It's like
Oh
an
my
old-timey
god.
euphemism for crabs.
Yep.
Always remember to clean your dungeon.
You got demons festering in your lower levels.
Oh my god. So he puts his hand over his head and grabs hold of something, and as he does so, a ring of light illuminates, and he sort of rests it from above his head, holding what looks like a sort of liquid glass ring that is filtering out golden beams from its surface. He extends this to you. This is a token that if you accept, you are accepting into the Lords of Light and this agreement, but you get this in return. I'll also clarify, joining the Lords of Light doesn't like subscribe you to like Lathandite worship or nothing. It's just faction alliance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've got a god. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how I can help.
All right.
Gonna
Go
be
ahead,
here
take
for
the
a while.
You take it?
Yeah.
All right. Here you go.
Not like not buying in. I'm not gonna be here back on the mortal realms or anything. Well, I said be here, but you know what I mean. Happy to help. The Lathandites do good work in the worlds, and does not count as a helm.
Yeah, I wanted you to be able to wear it above your hat if you wanted to wear it above your hat.
Yes. Oh boy, I gotta figure
That
out
way you can have a halo and your fish and your boat hat, bucket hat.
my bucket hat.
Yeah. I kept trying to say fishing hat, but is there anything else you'd like to ask the blind seer? He is also literally like a seer, so he has the opportunity to do certain types of divination for you.
Oh boy, that would be useful if I could think of what to actually do. But I will basically just say, I'll look into the. I may need a hand looking in on a few things later, but right now, I appreciate this, and just the weird light in his hands. If there's anything else I can do while I'm here, just let me know. It's nice to have people from the prime material plane. There's actually, he would just say Faerun. It's nice to have people from Faerun around.
He nods, and you see that he smiles even. He's very severe, but he doesn't seem unpleasant.
How did you even know I was here anyway? I mean, obviously my friends and I have made some.
I make it my business to be aware of creatures whose interests align with that of the Lords of Light. And I am, after all, a diviner.
Why me though? Like I'm traveling with a literal walking bastion of light.
Yes, he will do what he's supposed to be doing no matter what. I wasn't super worried about it.
Okay, you know what? Fair point. Fair point. I got it.
He did not need to be told what to do. It was going to happen. If he came across the Demon Lord of Roaches, I didn't have to say anything.
Oh man, Hayes is gonna be so upset. Oh well. All right, I'll let you know when I find anything.
When I was drafting this encounter, I remember telling Maggie, okay, so there's going to be something that comes up, and you are good for it, and it is open to anybody, but I think that you probably don't need the push that other people might be interested. Okay. Do you head back to your friends?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Okay. Oh God, Haza.
Doop 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 doop. Falling
Ah.
faster, 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 faster. When
Ethan
I
inside was so
I will cast fly at some point when I'm closer, so I can actually like fucking
Accelerate
haul ass for a
control
bit.
to the
Okay,
ground,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that that means I don't have to figure out a fucking way to make sure you get back to this
Yeah,
location
no, like
precisely.
I'll
Thank
blow a
you.
spell slot to just. There's only so much floating slowly before his like I'm done with this experience.
Yeah. I think that with that, it's easy enough for you to fly back into the courtyard and see Finny with like her hand up trying to like spot you.
Try and block out the light, but it's coming from a giant fucking glowing
Y-
golden
yeah,
tree, so it really isn't doing anything.
All right, Hazel,
Oh.
I'll let you touch down.
Hey, horse escaped.
Well, you made it, at least, right?
Oh yeah, no, it was amazing, actually. The tree is I don't
Very bright.
yeah, but from up there with nothing in the way, like
Have a good time flying off on
yeah.
Prince of Frost's horse.
Yeah, the horse is gonna go back to be with the Prince of Frost. It threw me off and I fell.
Well, okay. Gave him his horse back. Maybe he'll, be less inclined to murder face you and
Right.
take the thing later.
But his mother and father though.
Making friends everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Do you know who they are? Sorry, I'm not caught up on the pantheon up this way.
Do I know who they actually are?
Who the parents of the Prince of
Uh-huh.
Frost are? Yeah,
I can't remember. I
yeah,
know
I
I
mean,
do.
it's Titania and Oberon.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I thought.
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want
yeah,
it to be
Oh.
true, but that's what I
The
thought.
king and
Yeah.
queen, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
Weren't you going to duel the Prince of Frost or one of his champions?
Yeah.
Okay. How was the Finny just points to the witch lights and the Lithandites by the stairs. How was it?
It was fine. It was nice. They there's an infestation in some of the lower levels they want me to look into.
Oh,
Roaches.
What?
Big ones, and I will spread out my arms as far as they can go.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Well, they're fine though.
Sure. I mean, I was content to let the minions stay and eat the residents of Senelise, but you know what? It's demons. Nobody deserves demons.
They're eating people.
According to the Lathandites, and I don't think they're gonna lie to me.
Why not?
Okay.
Because they're Lathandites?
And
Look, you'd have to meet this guy, okay? He's taller than Godric and glowing and wings and, you know, real celestial energy. And I will pat Pekareva's head.
Okay.
I told him I'd look into it. I'm not going to go take on whatever's down there by myself. I'm not an idiot. I did say that might have an inn, but I did not mention you by name or your friend, who seemed chill. I mean, that's not on them. Well, unless they were eating people, then it kind of is.
I mean, I don't know that my inn is helpful if our goal is to exterminate her people.
That's fair.
Not so much as an inn as a lead, which is different.
Yeah, I guess inroad. I should have gone with inroad, not an inn. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not asking. I wasn't going to ask you to like turn your friend over. That's just wrong.
she liked me a lot, but I don't think I can walk up and be like, "Hey, so your people are maybe eating people. Could we maybe get in there and fix that?"
Well, really, it's just the one. It's just their leader.
Yeah, they all sort of, according to her at least, follow the demon lord of roaches.
Ekyashigal. Yep, that's the one. That's who the Lathandites are looking into.
Okay. Good.
You don't have to do anything. I'm not asking. I just told him I'd look into it. Like I said, that's something for future us. I put my halo on my hat.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go.
Actually, I
Hey,
can't because
twins.
that would take an hour of attunement, and I have to break attunement to something else, so I can't do that.
One
yet.
second. I need to go
I'll let
tell
you
the.
sit with it on your head. It floats. It's the whole fucking thing. It won't work, but it'll sit there.
I need to go tell the stable folks that he's gone.
I mean, I'm gonna guess that they know. It was pretty visible from down here. Good luck.
It was
Yes, it
There
looked
was a
like
comet.
okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
A comet
That's-
rocketing across the sky. It's very
Yeah, I mean, he
understandable
was
that you couldn't hang on to it. You know.
right. Very fearsome.
Yeah. I mean, they looked
I've
afraid
been
of
thrown
that
off
thing
of a
when we were in
horse,
there.
and that's not the same.
yes, and I mean they already said that people have died doing this,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that they have a
Oh,
way to
did
return
they?
it.
Mhm.
You were there when they did it, weren't you?
No, they
No,
didn't
no.
tell me about people
Oh,
dying.
You were
that was
already off
after.
in the sky, but
Yeah.
you were fine. We were
In
not worried.
fairness, I was told by our new friend to not overthink it. Maybe not specifically about this, but
Well,
the spirit was there.
See, and you did. You're alive. You had a fun ride,
Yeah.
wasn't it good?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Then good. That's it. That's all you have to think. I'm sure they won't be. I'm sure they won't be too worried about the horse. Again, I guess it loses its
Well,
rider one way
I
or
mean,
another, so they
to-
must
to-
have a way to bring it back.
Finny Haza did say that it was being kept there by Titania and Oberon, and so they did just lose it on their watch. So I'm sure there will be no repercussions whatsoever for them.
I mean, I
I
guess
guess.
if he's killed people before, then maybe this is not the first time he's
Yes, you just might have been the only one who could fly that he's backed off. Also, I knew it. I know I saw it before.
Wait, saw what?
Haza, flying.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
Wait,
what?
fly and float.
Yeah, Finny just like claps her on the shoulder. Yes, that's why we weren't worried. So, you still want to talk to them?
Yeah, it feels polite.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going back into this table.
Yeah, I'm walking and going. He
I mean, we
escaped.
saw. We
Yeah.
saw.
Oh, you saw too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yep.
supposed to be taking care of him, so yeah.
Yeah, he's good, I guess.
I mean, it was either let him take you or he kill me, and he could have killed you
Yeah.
too. So I
Yeah.
think,
He just threw me off. I think he liked me, but
I
there's
mean,
a
he's a good
limit.
horse. He's
Yeah,
just
he is.
sad.
Yeah, he is.
He'll probably be back tomorrow. They look kind of worried.
Well,
Now I better go check on the dogs.
yeah.
And they like go to a door back here.
Quick question. How
Mhm.
many people are gonna know that I was on him?
Oh, like you, Hazelyn?
Mhm. Yeah, me. Yeah, me.
Ooh, they know your name.
Yeah,
Um,
you do.
Probably like six, six people, not counting the
Six
horse.
six people. Okay. I can handle 6 people.
I mean, it depends on who else was looking, but
Okay, I'm not gonna ask anymore. You have a nice day. I'm really sorry for what this is gonna do to your whole work day, but
all I'm saying is, I hope Laslin comes back before Oberon does, because otherwise, you might be in trouble.
yeah, I kind of have a nice day.
They open this door, and you briefly see the a writhing and loud barking mess of a dozen massive hounds rolling over each other and like barking and playing, all dire hounds, dire wolf size, playing back there, and the door kind of partially closes behind them. Where do you go?
Well, you saw that coming, yes.
No, but I'm a little discombobulated. Let's go do whatever it was that was next before I fell miles.
You said something about the dance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a later conversation.
Still,
Yep. I mean, there's a dance in 2 days. That's the short version.
I actually wanted to adjust that timeline, and I wrote that down. Did I say it was 2 days when I brought it up last, right?
I believe so.
Okay. I want to push that out to 7 days because you guys are still a few days away. Well, you guys are still a couple of weeks from the solstice. So I want to stretch us out a little bit more. So the current dates you are aware of. So today is the thank you, Ted, for keeping track of this. Today is the first of Kythorn. The solstice is on the 20th. You have the feast that the goblins let you know about that is in 3 days. And the courtesan's dance is in 7 days. And I'm also going to leave on the leave out that you are hearing from other people also, from some of the since all of you guys are of a certain station, you are hearing from some of the people below you as well, preparations for some other events that are also going to be occurring beyond that point as well. So there are things going on that will be days away.
Do we have an inkling of what those other things are, like, that are a little closer and like people are already like getting started for?
Yeah. I would love you to make me some. You can make me different types of checks to try to figure out this information and potentially also gain you status as well as you interact. Um, you could lead with a charisma check, but if you have something else you'd like to do, you can argue it for me.
I mean, I'd love to do a schmooze.
Yeah,
Mm.
dear Schmooze face.
All right. You have not yet done your charisma check for status, so you have the ability to do so now. Okay. I'm assuming you're just finding someone you think seems knowledgeable and being friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the usual. I am up high enough that I could see the lords and I could see the lords' retainers, and I'm going to the lords' retainers.
Perfect.
Like I'm
Perfect.
going to the second stringers.
Yeah.
They are adjacent to power, but they don't have actual power.
Okay. Yeah, that does mean that you're only going to get 1 point increase, but that's fine. And you also get the information you're looking for. Um, and with a 28, I will give you some extra information as well. So beyond the feast and the courtesan's dance, there is also rumors, and this is non-confirmed, but rumors of a dueling period being opened up beyond the point of the dance. Somebody suggests that it feels appropriate to have it begin about a week prior to the contest for the solstice. Have it be about a week from the solstice to begin with. And the extra information that you learn about that is that during an announced dueling period that the queen establishes, um, within that period you do not get long rests. Um, you can short rest, you can recoup, but for the potentially days, possibly weeks, on occasion months that a dueling season has been open, um, no creature can regain spell slots or regain health over a long rest. You can rest. You don't die from exhaustion or nothing, but you do not gain the benefits of a long rest. It basically makes every duel you fight after harder and harder, and you can get hurt and possibly die.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll relay all of that to everyone.
And then there is one other event that is listed. That this is traditional, usually prior to uh, the events of the solstice duels. It's called the Firebird Chase, and it is a big, fantastical, magical event designed to give an idea of who is potentially going to become the grand champion. And is often a deciding feature in Titania's choice of champion. So that's your current itinerary.
Speaking of champions, do you know if we all have to have one or be one to participate in helping you out in the duel, Haza?
I think there can only be one champion, but I don't.
Right. Mm.
As far as like your status, I guess I would have to think having higher status people who are your seconds in duels or your retainers in name at least would couldn't be a bad thing necessarily.
Would you like me to you want me to refresh the rule?
Yes.
Okay. So Titania is going to be choosing her own champion, but there will be champions that are competing effectively for her for this place. Her champion is going to be whoever is going to be wielding Midsummer against Midwinter in this in that final duel.
Gotcha.
Your task is to have amongst you someone who is high enough status to have qualified for the Firebird chase, and then one of you needs to win. And it doesn't really matter who, because your guys' retainers can follow you guys wherever you want, as long as you are in full alliance. And status doesn't matter at that point. Status will only restrict whether or not you qualify as a champion. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So status is about qualification, but everyone gets to hang out and nobody gets barred from locations or helping.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay, then it is just a boon to be a representative of whichever Fey house. Good to know. What next then?
You have a couple of options. There is the ability to try to rub elbows with specific kinds of people if you want to get, if you want to try to meet different types of Fae. This is also an opportunity, as has been mentioned, you can create marriage contracts with people, and that elevates your status. So you can look for people if you so chose to make that kind of pact with. Um, uh, let's see. You also can go shopping for clothes, as was mentioned at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have some other things going on, but I kind of have them behind day periods. So
Mhm.
if you guys feel like you've accomplished enough for this period, we can move on to another day.
How late is it? Like, how tired are we feeling?
You guys had your sandwiches probably a couple of hours ago now. Um, oh, where
Was
did your
today
day start?
the day
Can
that
always go
we
demon
got
hunting.
here? Or did we take a rest after we entered the lower
No,
halls?
we just got here.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I guess we could find a place to rest up, and then go demon hunting in the morning.
Or Inks has to talk to Morgo.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna delay that.
Oh yeah. Doug and I Doug and I have talked about it. That's gonna come up, but we gotta wait for us to have the spoons for it.
Demon
The-
hunting it is.
The other option is getting appropriate attire for a dance.
Someone is going to have to help me with that.
Demon hunting it is. What? Remind me again. What is this dance? What am I not going to?
It's a like it's a dance with like a capital D where it's being seen doing the whole politics thing. You would hate it, although I think it would
Yep.
amuse you to just show up as you are and tell them all to fuck off.
Yes,
That doesn't sound amusing, to be honest.
Di-
But if you need me to go,
Demon hunting it is, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, best
I mean,
case scenario, we can tell them to pack up and move somewhere else instead of hunting them. But
I mean, I did sort of.
you said get rid, did you not?
Yeah, thumb across the throat. Get rid. Actually, I didn't. I said I'd get some recon on him.
Get rid is so non-specific.
Yeah, but it's also a demon. Look, I got no love for the people here, but like demons.
Okay. Rest first. Demon hunting in the morning. Demon recon.
Demons are a type of crueler, right? Local delicacy. We're gonna go hunting for them in the morning.
I wish.
Oh, you've had them before. Are they good?
No, remember that one roach, the
They make
the
nests.
roachling. Yes, we saw one in the arcade. Haza
I know. I
did. Yeah. So they're king, I guess.
Yeah, we don't have to bother your friend. And I don't know that dealing with this Akishagal, I don't think that that's. Although the Lathandites were pretty clear that Akishagal is not the one actually killing people, because that would bring down attention from our actual hosts, and that is something that I don't think he'd survive long. So, having the flunkies do it. Come on, Haza, where'd that heroing spirit go? Yeah, not so easy, is it?
It's mostly I was riding a pretty good high from the whole riding the very awesome horse, and then
From the
See-
hypoxia? Yep.
yeah, well, also that, yeah.
Look, like I said, you don't have to get involved. I'm not gonna ask you to be in the middle of anything. On the other hand, this may be something that does garner you some favor with our hosts. The Lathandites seem to believe that they couldn't really move against him directly because of the politics of it all. So, doing something that they want that they can't do themselves.
I mean, that something is ostensibly to fight and or drive away a demon lord of roaches.
Yep.
It's crazy coming from me, I know, but that sounds a little out of our normal pay grade, maybe. In as much as we have one.
We took on a multiple thousand-year-old Lich Lord. How much worse can a Demon Lord of Roaches be?
I mean, there's several words in there. Demon Lord is a start for sure. Of roaches specifically is troubling. Although the one I met was
They're just
pretty
roaches.
okay, yeah. You saw the size of the one that I befriended. Yikergak? Yeah, that you say just roaches, but
Yeah, I just meant like Demon Lord of Roaches. It's just a Demon Lord of Roaches as opposed to like Demon Lord of the Nine Hells. That's a lot scarier than
have
roaches.
you seen how many roaches exist? Have you turned over a rock in the woods like once?
Okay, one, I grew up in a desert, so no.
Well, so no, yeah.
Actually, I have since then, but
Yeah.
roaches are good eating, Bugs are
Oh.
crunchy.
Yeah,
Okay.
true. The big ones are kind of like big shrimp.
Nope. Nope. That's where I
Yes.
call it.
No, it's like crawfish, but from the land.
Okay.
And no claws. Well, maybe these ones have claws.
They have claws.
I agree. I agree, Pakareva. We are going to need butter. Lots of butter.
Oh,
These
good.
wait, these things are demon bugs,
Yeah.
and they have
Roaches.
claws.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have Satan claws?
I
Thanks. I'll see
refuse to-
myself out.
I refuse to acknowledge that. All right. We're just sort of standing around here. So fancy
Where would-
clothes or lower levels of Senelise?
I guess it depends on what we want to do with the rest of today versus tomorrow.
Fancy clothes will take less time.
True.
If we want to start into the lower levels on a fresh night's rest, it makes sense to do that tomorrow.
There we go. So, Haza, where does one pick up fancy clothes here? And what is...
I have no fucking
appropriate.
idea, and I have no fucking idea. Usually it's like a dress or like a fancy little suit, or I guess in the case of Godric, like a toga.
Less is more.
When I just sold my
You
good.
did just, yeah.
My dress toga, no.
I just sold my dress toga.
My
That's
formal
okay. I was
toga.
gifted some beautiful silken robes.
What?
I can turn in those into the toga.
When did we get robes?
Just Inks and I.
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
yeah.
You just got some
From
special
our
robe?
spider patron. The fate
Your
spinners.
spider sponsor?
That's
Yeah.
good. I guess it's
Are these robes something you wear over something, or are they like full complete outfits?
You can picture it more like a tabard if you want, where it can go on top of something.
Okay.
Yep. Or you can rip the sleeves off of it and still put it on top of something. I don't care.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But would ripping the sleeves off be like an insult to those who made it?
I think
It feels
that
kinda
you could do
insulting.
it. I think you could do it in a punk enough way that it's not being bitchy. It looks badass.
I will do that
Okay,
right
yeah.
now in front of everybody.
Yeah, of course. I won't make you roll for it because obviously
Oh,
that would ruin it.
thank God.
Plus, you're wearing the cloak. Like you have given your hair. You are part of the faction. You are wearing their tabard. You're good. You're good. Um, doo-doo-doo. As far as fancy things to wear go, I'll say that something that gets mentioned is that many of the courtesans here are very capable of helping people get materials and clothing as they'd like. Most of them are still kind of above y'all's status. And so you may need to look around for someone who is at a close enough level who can help you navigate in places that you are not allowed yet. They would of course expect something in return. Is that something you would be interested in, or would you like to go about it a different way?
Well,
I guess
Haza,
if
you
I'm the
hang around
highest,
courtesans, right? You've been talking to people we can't see.
yeah, I haven't been well, I've hung around, I guess technically 2 courtesans, which might be more than the average. So Point taken.
I didn't even know. I was just gonna take a guess. So you're still deficient in status.
I mean, I'm not deficient, but I'm not like done accruing status.
Well, then maybe clearing out the this is something we come back to, and we can do it after we clear out the demons, because maybe that's status. Unless you have a better way.
No, that makes sense. We'll start with clearing out the demons, I guess.
You really, really want to delay that as much as possible. I can hear it in your voice.
So where are you guys gonna look for demons? And also, do you do that today or do you wait?
I mean, it makes sense to find a place to rest, maybe get a little base of operations going while we're here in the lower halls.
Mm-hmm. You have access to these buildings that are over here are guest quarters for the lower courtiers as yourselves. So you can choose to stay here. You can also prop your invisible door up against any of these walls. Provided, of course, Ulvius wishes to open the tea house.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
mhm.
Finny might stay in. Are they sort of like communal, sort of like lodging type
Mm-hmm.
beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Finny's gonna stay out in one of those and like uh maybe just sort of ask around about like who all has been like making moves, like any of the who are the big players vying to be in that duel,
Okay.
since she doesn't really know, and she
Mm-hmm.
assumes that all these people are either working for him or hearing about it.
Yeah. You could make me a charisma check. You haven't made yours yet either. But you also could use a different skill if you can argue it to me. The only one you've used so far is int, so you can pick a different thing if you want.
You know, I feel like while hmm my thing is with deciding this is I feel like she could get some information by making a like perception check, just sort of eavesdropping on
Eavesdropping,
people,
hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but also like if she were to just like sit and ask for people to like tell her stories of all the like higher ups that are like all the weird shit that's going on recently, I think she would get more sort of pointed info. But
I would
I,
allow you
I
to do both today, but it would be like the rest of your day, and then it would be expending those two at this time. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
uh,
so up to you.
wallflower time. I think I'm just gonna roll a perception check to eavesdrop with
Okay.
regular style because it's not using my eyes. Hi.
All right.
19.
A 19 is very good. Let me look at my list.
I mean, especially with the demon stuff, like it would be
Hmm.
interesting to look out for any like other things that aren't from the Feywilds coming in to.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I might have to take some. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna work on this during the break, and then I'll have that list for
Okay.
you at the end.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right. I'll see you guys in a quarter past. make you guys do a long rest. Is there anything anyone else wishes to do that rest of the day?
There's one place we haven't been, right? The Rookery.
True,
Yeah.
we have not.
And I guess we're in the receiving hall now, right?
Yeah, that area is called that, yeah. Yes. Would you like to try to find that location, Ted?
We got time.
Okay.
Oh, am I the only one interested? Because
No, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second to find it on the map because it's not where I thought it was gonna be. And I can't tell y'all, help me find number 11 because you can't see it. I found it. Okay. You can see that one of the places that the lantern dragonettes are really congregating is in a so you guys saw the stables, and then over this way, like on the other side of this wall, there is another building that you can see is fairly tall. Let's see. Uh, It's about 2 stories, so you can see it over this little wall right here. You can kind of get the sense that on the other side of this wall is a bit of a courtyard, and this building is inside that space. Um, and it looks very old. It is covered in claw marks and indicators of use from these little dragonets. There are even some who are currently on the roof clawing through the shingles and into like holes in the ceiling, carrying like the occasional rat or pastry that has been taken up from a courtier. They're going into that building on the other side of that wall.
I did not see the pings, but I will.
Okay. So there's this
Make
wall
my
right
way.
here.
Yeah.
And there's the stables. I think it's fair to say that you can recall that there is actually like a door inside the stables that goes into this area over here.
Oh.
There you go, like this way. And I'll open that door.
Don't mind us. Promise we won't let anything else out.
Yeah,
As
we've hit our
you
quota for the day.
as you walk into this courtyard, you can see that at one time the walls here were all carved as scroll storage slots, but have long since either had the materials completely destroyed or turned into nesting materials for 100 currently here lantern dragonets who are thriving in this little place. There is also here in this room or in this space 2 gargoyles who are standing and walking. They do not act bothered by your presence, but seem to be watchful of you. But they're just stone figures with wings who are doing what looks like maintenance tasks here. And then there is also a building right here that you do not see a door on this side to.
And this right here is like the rookery, right?
You actually can't tell. You actually see, so the dragonettes are all actually climbing over this building over here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it might be down this alley then. Also, I keep on looking for Oryx or Toric. I'm sorry, and I keep on seeing Pakareva and not Toric's token. And I'm like, oh man, should wait for Toric to catch up with his token.
I've marked it so it should be the lower one, but it is not working.
It was before. I'm not sure what suddenly changed.
Don't know either.
I also
Here, I'll try
don't know
bringing
why.
you.
Whatever.
Like,
Everybody
Toric-
loves her more anyway. It's fine. She's on top. She's a lot more personable.
Oh my gosh, the new Toric
She's the
also
one who's gonna get the
didn't work.
plush.
She's the one who what?
Is gonna get
It's
the
a-
plush.
stuffed animal toy.
this
Oh,
Look, it's
She's our
Torix all
marketing
the way
tool.
down.
Finny, why don't you make me a investigation or perception check is allowed?
and, oh, investigation. Ooh,
Ooh.
bad.
I will say that even with the 7, you can determine that this this old like librarium that this place used to be, that these dragonettes have completely taken over, doesn't appear to be connected per se to this building that you're looking at. That building looks like it is in fact more connected to the stables somehow. Formatting of this is fucking stupid. Sorry.
And these doors are just
With the 7, I won't tell you what you know about those doors.
are they like locked?
They're closed. I think you feel like you could force them open if you needed to.
If I needed to.
Mm-hmm. Don't know what would call for that though.
I don't like how you said that. But I think that was the point. I will let people with intelligence scores do the investigating now.
I'm just gonna follow the dragonettes. You said they were mostly going up.
Yeah.
Around
They seem
this
to be
side,
flying up onto
so-
the roof and then like into the building.
Okay, well I can't. I can't climb up the side of the wall. But there is a tower that could get us up, right? Right, y'all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Up we go. Rookeries tend to be up.
Is this a door over here that I'm seeing? Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I try to open it?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Inside this room, you can, when you open this door, you see that the rafters are completely filled with living and squawking lit dragonettes, and you can see their like the way that they are crawling in through the roof still, but they've kind of kept themselves entirely up on this higher level that you can still even see through from down here. The whole second floor has been chewed through, and they are all up in the rafters of that second story. And on this ground floor are these I don't want to say mongrel hounds. They are more ravenous than dogs, and they are huge. You also see in this room a creature with the body of a scaled lion and the upper torso of a wicked looking woman with scimitars. I'm giving you the opportunity to do something.
I how threatened do I feel? Because these tokens make me feel really threatened.
I think that while they are not jumping to maul you at this moment, you don't need an insight check to know that this is dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was just getting that like getting attacked vibe. I'm gonna turn back and say maybe this is the rookery, but there's a lot of. I'm not really sure. Big
Very
dogs and
descriptive.
some kind of creature I'm not familiar with. Um, I want to use my divine scent. And
Mhm.
does that say anything about what that is?
Yeah. That is a fiend and fey,
Um,
and these dogs are feyish.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll gesture for. I'll close the door.
Yeah. Torek, what are you doing up on the tower?
I was going to go through the door, but I'm assuming I hear something.
I think Godric is shouting, yeah. Or you were calling out.
I got some attention of someone who wanted to. We're looking for the rookery. Did you describe this place that I found as the rookery? I'm maybe missing that.
You did see that all of the lantern dragonettes appear to be hiding or living up in that upper story. So as far as you might be able to tell, yes.
Yeah. So I'll just yell out that I found the dragonette's roost.
Olvius, while you are down here, one of these little dragonettes digs through one of these letterboxes and finds a note that it holds in its mouth almost to play with, like for you. A little, what's the word? Tug of war toy.
Yeah, I'll play ball, play a little tug of war with this dragonette.
All right. Do you try to take this thing from it, or are you just playing?
No, I'm just playing.
All right. Why don't you make me an animal handling check? Okay. All right. As you are playing, you do see the page, the whole paper rips and splits as you're playing. The dragonette flares its light, and you can see like twinkles in its eyes as it's having a good time goofing off, and it starts scaling the walls again. And you're left with half of the note in your hand that that you can see still has part of its seal unbroken,
Mhm.
um, but you're missing half of the note.
Um, I'll I'll wave the note at this thing and hey, still more to play with. Where are you going?
As this thing does scurry, as the dragonette scurries away, is no longer interested. You see part of the note remaining actually has some in the handwriting. You can catch the name signed at the bottom, uh, which only matters because you've been hearing this title so often. But Achigal, the demon lord of roaches, has left some note where he got to get to the demon lord of as the note got torn in half.
Oric.
What? There's a problem with Godric. I mean, not the problem's not with Godric, but like Godric needs help.
All right. Well, here, hold on to this. For I think this was for you.
Okay.
So there
I
was
po-
a
I-
fiend in there.
Yeah, I point to the part that talks about the demon lord.
Mm-hmm. This note, as you kind of unfold it and catch more of it, is a letter that is addressed to. You don't see this half. Uh, uh, Addressed to a courtier in Senelise, and is the request for assistance in helping arrange a. And then there is nothing miss. There's something missing. This person is offering a wild amount of gemstone treasure in exchange for help with this with an arrangement. And but it does not appear that this letter necessarily got completely delivered, and it certainly is not complete.
I will file that away mentally as we are otherwise occupied.
Godric
What's
opened
the
the back
problem,
door.
Godric?
Well, a fiend. It looked pretty suspicious. That letter was addressed to. I'm worried that I don't want to offend. I don't want to assume that this person over here is, but it had a pretty nasty vibe.
Did they look like a
Oh, I
roach?
thought they were like attacking you immediately.
No,
Yes.
no.
Oh, okay.
Not
Oh,
somewhere that
okay.
looks like I could just walk inside of unaccosted, but they did not jump at me or anything.
Finny walks and opens the door and walks in. Oh. Oh. Does Finny have any idea of what these bad boys are?
Roll me a history check, but this will be at disadvantage.
Let's go history check.
Okay.
8. Nope.
These do look like hunting dog or hunting hounds, not in the traditional sense, but you know where you are, and those are dots that you can connect, but you don't know whose or what they might be specifically. These just look like bred pack animals. And then this other creature you've certainly not seen before. Let me get her art up.
For certain.
And she's not making this face, but you know the vibe. And I said that she has an upper torso of a human, which is the case. But she does have these furred paws and
Ugh.
scales. She does look pretty evil.
God damn.
She's quite tall. She's about eye level with you, and she's
that
turned to make eye contact with you, Finny.
yeah, that makes it better. She's quite tall.
I mean, eye level is oh eye level for Finny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sorry, that was a Toric joke.
Oh.
Huh. Uh. she's
You
gonna
come
step.
here?
Yes, we were looking for the dragonets to admire, but I guess you have been sharing their nest.
She kind of snarls at you. This place is fit enough accommodation. Living with creatures that understand better a more natural order than the morons who wander the halls.
Heh, what do you mean by that?
I understand, child, that you know where you have wandered to. Come inside. Bring anyone you trust.
Oh gods. uh, she's gonna like sort of lean back and look at everybody through the door with kind of like a worried look, and then step further in. Or-
Well, that doesn't seem great.
no, it's okay. It's totally fine. And she will also expend a charge of her staff to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, alright. I love that.
Ah, she'll sort of like stand in front of the dogs and the fiend and sort of address the dogs and say, "Hello, good day."
You hear them all bark an apathetic greeting. They kind of think that they might be above you.
Oh, okay.
They might not
Uh,
be because you can see them, but they act like they are.
uh, she addresses the fiend and sort of gestures to the dogs. Are they, are you keeping them for one of the archfey, like the big horse in the other room? Or are these yours?
I amuse myself with their company whenever I deign to bring myself to Senelise. These animals make a more comfortable company than many of the other Fae here. You understand that, yes, child?
Yes. I, I am actually quite old. but yes, I do. I think.
You understand also that the secrets amongst us sisters ought to remain within the control of the sisterhood. You understand that, yes, child?
Uh, this time, in her mind, she is going to think, "What do you mean by sisters? You can speak with me in here."
I will speak out loud as you have brought in those you trust. And she grins, and you see her animal fangs within her mouth.
Oh, God. Fine. Okay. What do you mean by sisters?
We were not of the same coven. I have shared communion with many witches of the Fae, many of the sisterhood whose blood is within the soil here. Hags upon hags, generations upon generations that have made and then been unmade, and who have poured their souls, their minds, their wits into something very powerful indeed. Something that I have thought for hundreds of years to be not more than a myth, as it had never fallen into my own clutches.
Oh,
And
do
I
you
have
speak
never
of?
been so offended as to not have been taken into consideration. Now, surely your auntie has told you of me.
Uh, she will sort of try and recall something of this description, another hag that she might have interacted with at some point in time.
Hmm.
And if not, like I don't know. It feels like she might have like kept that business a little bit secret to Finney because they weren't
Yeah,
exactly equals, you know? Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was none of Finney's business.
Yeah, you have seen your fair share of aunts come through your home, but never this one. And her body is very distinct. You would have a memory of knowing something of this.
Mhm.
So you can comfortably tell her no.
No, I didn't trouble her with who she knew. Mostly, I only knew the guests that were brought around the house or uh, things like that. Uh, it if, I'm sure you know. I'm Finny. Pleased to meet you. And you are?
You may call me Trundlefinch. I am a lady within this sisterhood, and your blood has not yet been offered to it, but you will acknowledge me as your superior.
Oh, we found your vultures on our way
Oh,
here.
yes, I was going to say, your vultures mentioned the same thing. You were looking for some sort of book of one of the original Hag's books, like of the Baba Yaga.
He nods. I have spoken often with her. She is, after all, my mother. But there is none who have gifted me the opportunity to inscribe such writings, to put my own mind to paper. I'm to understand that your auntie was familiar with this, right?
I couldn't say.
Surely she had told you of some chronicle, some ledger, a recipe book.
I mean, we didn't really carry books in the house. I mean, like, if you were ever around before me, we had recipes on the walls with charcoal. Most of the scroll paper sort of decays in the swamp. I, I, I have heard tales. I mean, I told your vultures I was familiar. She's told me the story because, I mean, it's the All Mother of all of you, so, I hear about it, but never came close to glimpsing anything quite like that.
A brilliant lie full of truths, but a deception check nonetheless.
Deception check
Mhm.
nonetheless. I'm so glad that I have a +6 to this, and I'm gonna use inspiration
Okay.
because I don't like that check. That is slightly better. I might want to do one more inspiration. I just might want to burn it.
Up to you.
I'm gonna do it.
Hmm? Oh, fuck me.
I'm so glad. Three's the charm. Everything comes in threes.
Damn, we
Max.
almost had a fight on our hands. Uh,
Everything comes in threes.
all right. You feel the cold steel stare as she tries desperately to will her way through your mind. And you feel the barrication of your friends, like
Yep.
your Myconid friends warding your mind.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah, yeah. um, and after a tense moment, she says, "Very well. I shall have to visit the residence myself then. Perhaps there is some horrible little box that is made to resist that fetid water. Perhaps may have more in it than you could know."
Perhaps. I mean, I hazard to even touch anything when I left. I knew what was worded, and you know how she keeps secrets.
I do.
Well, were you trying to take part in the duel coming up?
I am a champion. Yes. The Baba
And
Yaga has decided that between my own skills with the blade and whatever talents she has deigned that I have that do not merit dictation are suitable enough for performance to try to reclaim Midwinter for the Unseelie.
hmm, hmm. And the book would help. How exactly?
Surely you know it has generations of information in it. Recipes or simple notes are enough to inspire, if nothing else.
Hmm.
Those who have died may be foolish enough to have done so, but that doesn't mean we cannot learn from them. Perhaps, if nothing else, their mistakes.
I guess that is well said. I will keep an ear to the ground if I hear any rumors.
Do, child.
Uh, she will scoot out of the room and dismissal herself, and actually politely say goodbye to the dogs.
Uh, See you later. Sorry for making you squeeze back there. I know I'm kind of big.
Yeah, they say goodbye in deference.
Get me out of there!
Smile, wave, back out slowly.
Anyone choosing to linger? Doesn't look like it. Got it. Shutting that door.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good hang in there.
No, no, you're very right. I'm sorry to have doubted you, Godric.
I mean, you played that a lot better than I could have. If I had gone in much further, I might have smote them, and I don't think that would have been good for anyone.
You can smell hags?
I mean, that one was fiendish, so I definitely picked up on that.
She looks like a little bit panicked.
Well, I guess the good thing I'm not fiendish, right?
Yeah. I don't want. I'm not like on a mission to destroy every fiend I ever meet. I just, you know, takes a lot for me to trust in those instances. But
I get the itch.
Say, Finney, do you know Dame Trundlefinch?
Well, supposedly I should. Well, it seemed like she was a little full of herself, being champion and all, but no. Apparently, a friend of one of my aunties. My auntie, specifically. So, no, she might have been mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know, just something about the way she was talking to you. It seemed like she felt like you two had a lot in common.
Meaning. What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said. It sounds like she felt you two had a lot in common.
I guess? Yes? Mm-hmm. Can we maybe step away to have this conversation? She like looks around at all the people
Sure.
sort of in the stable. Cool.
I still think we should
I'm-
go up the tower. That seemed more like a kennel than a rookery.
Uh-huh.
I'll also pull out the piece of paper that Ulvius handed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that piece of paper only has half of the notes about Ashagal wanting help setting a deal with somebody, and then if you want to set up the tea house to have a private conversation, you can.
Oh no, wait, you can keep talking while we're going up the tower.
You know
Finny.
what? I do realize that I can have this conversation in the brain.
True, true. Mm-hmm.
Uh, so so she is going to reach out to Ulvius with the fungi and say,
Oh, well, it's less that we have much in common and more like the more I hear about it, the more I think that I might have the Book of the Baba Yaga. So, I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm in your head.
Oh, Finney. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about that tug of war I had, and what that note might say. So I definitely did not hear whatever you just told me in my head. But it does occur to me that of all people here, I think I know better than most, perhaps all, that everyone's entitled to their secrets. What was it you wanted to say to me?
She like, well, fine. I'll tell everyone, but individually.
and she will she will explain to everyone that she's not sure that she does, but she did take something from her aunt after she passed, and she left the Fade Arc. That might be what this hag is looking for. Maybe. she's not quite sure because it hasn't been too special, and it's like, but it has fit the description as far as she knows. Fine, there. Everyone's filled in.
Yeah, I was
We're
trying to tell
okay.
you to keep it to yourself.
Then you should have said it. You can talk to me in my head.
I didn't want to acknowledge that I had heard anything. I don't want to know that information.
Fine, well, now you all know.
Well,
Okay, one more on the list of objects that this crew has, but probably shouldn't.
I don't need
Couple
to know
more, I
what.
think we get some steak knives.
I don't
We
need
should-
to know what, but how many are we at?
I know
I
of
just want the
two.
number.
Which ones am I missing?
2. That makes me 3. I mean, you said I heard, you guys had fucking midwinter at some point, didn't you?
And the Dreamwood.
And the
Yep.
Dreamwood.
Been a handful.
Well, then I am going to elect to stay very far away from the kennels there. You can keep exploring. I'm going to maybe find somewhere to hole up for the night.
Sure. Do we still want to find the rookery? I still wanted to find the rookery,
Yeah,
but we
let's
still haven't
find
made
this-
it there.
let's find this rookery.
I still think rookeries are usually at the top of towers, or we can go through those doors that Finney was looking at. What was on those doors anyway?
Who are
Finney?
these creatures standing around?
These are the grooms for the stable, including the changeling person, Koila, who's
Great.
been
Hey,
the
where's the
leader.
rookery?
They say that the dragonettes hide their clutches in the rafters of up there. They've tried to house them in other places. They want to live up in that roof.
Up in the room we just
Real-
came out of?
Yeah, up in the roof of that building. Yep.
Real big
Okay.
rat energy.
They like it there. It's private, and those dogs protect them from everything on the ground level.
They're basically fey raccoons.
Who like to gossip.
I imagine raccoons would gossip if they could.
You're so fucking right. I'm so sorry. That feels like a
Yeah.
possum behavior to me, but you're right.
Well, I think possums probably are notorious gossips, but
They've got to talk to somebody.
yeah. A lot of it's just shrieking.
But yeah, they make their home up there. If you want to go up there and can figure out a way, you can. There might be something up there for you.
Looking in here, was it
Yeah, I guess
Oh, right.
what was on those doors. I mean, they were closed.
I mean, is it open from this end? Like up at the top? I mean, they're crawling through.
Yeah, they're like digging their way through the shingles and making small entrances for themselves to get into the roof. They're acting like rats with wings.
I was in that room. How dense are the rafters up there?
You could easily have your weight supported by them.
Hey Torek, how badly do you want to check out that rookery?
Oh, that's it. Oh. Well, I guess I can go up there. Do I have to go in through the?
I can get us both up there. It's just how badly do you want to go?
Fuck it, let's do it.
Do you want to be invisible? Do you think that would help either of you?
Can't imagine it would
No.
hurt.
Okay, if I do this, I'm gonna need to take a nap at some point before we
I
fight
think
anything.
this is like the last thing we're doing today, right?
Yeah, we say that sometimes.
Yeah, that's a fair
Mm.
point. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Hey, Pacareva, just
Okay.
go up against the wall and stand on your hind legs. I'll just climb up.
Oh, you're just gonna sort of
I
hop
don't
it?
think. I mean, I don't think she's gonna be long enough, but
Come here, hold my hand.
okay.
Uh,
Your
I'm
hands
gonna
are really
cast-
clammy.
I'm nervous. Scary in there. I am going to cast Dimension Door and put us on the rafters on the other
Okay.
side of this wall.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll say that there are some wedges on the second story floor that you feel comfortable would definitely support the size of both of you.
Mhm.
And so you guys are in the sorry, I said the second. So you guys are in the rafters, which is above the second story, against like one of the walls. You've got like structure around you, and and like a fluttering of a few dragonettes as you startle them out of their place.
Mhm.
And
Well
you
thought
kind of
out
hear
plan.
them. You kind of hear them thinking to you, like, what are you doing up here? What the hell are you doing up here? How'd you get up here? That's so funny. What are you doing?
Hey, you've been up here for a while. What's the deal with that thing with those things down there? Like, are those hounds hers or are those the hunting hounds? What's going on?
You hear a telepathic cacophony of the kings, the kings, the kings. You hear some of them even say that they were a gift from the king, and you hear like an echo of pride at that as well.
But when did she move in?
They let you know that she's only been here for a couple of days.
So, like, what do you all do up here? Why nest here instead of somewhere safe? Not above a bunch of ravenous hounds.
Their answer is that they are actually completely safe. They feel no threat from those hounds at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
You even, I won't make you roll for this, do see the places where a few more brooding type adults are hiding and sequestered and keeping their lights low so that you do not see them as well. You do not have to roll to know that you can see like brooding parents and like hiding egg clutches in different parts of this area. Not being they're being defensive, but they're not aggressive. I'm interested in having the two of you do a little skill challenge to try to impress these folks or these dragons so that they don't maybe alert anyone else to your presence up here.
Immediately snitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is possum behavior. We've come back around.
So I would like from the two of you, I would like for you to come up with 3 successful rolls on anything you would like that you think could potentially impress these intelligent, capricious animals.
Boy.
Like something that you might be able to share, either an item or information, something that you might be able to trade with them, and it'll be skill based a little bit. That's at least how I'm trying to make it easier, so you can like tell a story and roll a check, kind of thing.
I'm so tempted to just rat out Asa as the one who let out the Prince of Frost.
I'm going to go very highbrow. And
Already promising.
yeah, this is super highbrow. I'm gonna make a like sour face, and then hold my nose, and then point at the ones closest to me. And, hey, that's not cool. Which one of you farted?
Oh my god. You know what?
So
I'm not gonna
that's
make you roll for that one. That will be an auto success, because that's
so episode title is which one of you farted?
Yep.
That's
No, I think we
No.
had. Oh God, we had something way better earlier.
I mean, at least
Shoot.
since I've been here, the episode title is "Couple More," and we've got some steak knives. We got a set of steak knives.
yeah. Yeah, never mind. You're right.
Okay, I will go in for my second attempt, and I will let them all off the hook and explain that nobody farted. Like I just did it to get a laugh out of them, and then I will explain the attempt to explain the history of fart humor. Or the history of bodily functions is humor.
Excellent, brilliant. Which is all technically new to them. None of them are formally educated in biology, so that's funny as fuck. Okay, so that's 2 of the
Yeah, so in the
3 required for the
1490
party.
So the 1490.
Oh, I thought it was individually. I was just waiting for Elvius to be done.
Oh no, I was gonna let this be collective.
I will actually go a little more way the other direction. Like these are nesting parents trying to hide their eggs, trying to keep their warren safe, and that's certainly something that Torek has done in his time.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of looking around. What actually do I have on me that I could offer up for? I don't really have anything on me that I could add to a. Yeah, I don't think I'll give them the token for the wooden token from Ullerith, because that was to Zagetmoy, and that just feels like a bad thing to put in a nest.
Ugh. That's all the rotted eggs that you can find in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh no. Somebody put a token to Zagatmoy in like a chicken coop.
I don't really have anything to offer them for their nest, but that's not entirely. No, those both have something in them. Actually, I'm willing to destroy my entire case worth of crossbow bolts. I'll pull all the feathers off, all the fletching off my crossbow bolts. Just start
Okay.
tucking it into nests, and okay, now you're a little bit exposed here. They're going to be able to see you from that angle. You're going to want to build up that side. Been a while since I've actually had to consider the safety of eggs.
You're permitted to hold a couple as the rebuild, as they use their claws and paws to fit it the way they want it. You are rather than make you roll or anything, you are asked to hold a couple while they work so they can get it the way they want it.
Yeah, I will say a blessing over all of these eggs that I'm holding. They are. I don't know. I mean, mechanically, I don't know if they're fae or dragons. It doesn't really matter, but they're dragonish enough that
Mhm.
this is within his purview.
Mhm. I think that you don't need to roll any kind of religion check to know that these dragons have never been exposed to like dragonkind and dragonkind theology. And as such, this blessing that you do whisper, you can feel that it is the first of its kind here, and in a way that is nice. That said, the two of you are welcome to linger as long and as quietly as you'd like to, but have to figure out a way out as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, whenever it's time, we're getting out the same way we got in.
Sounds good.
I will let the Dragonettes know that yeah, if you're up for another game of tug of war, just let me know. That was fun.
Hey,
Why
what's
don't you
the
throw me?
Mhm.
Why don't you throw me one more persuasion check right there, Adam, on
Mhm.
your way out? Mm,
Well, I'll use an inspiration on that. That's better.
Let's go.
I think before you leave, the one who was playing with you kind of bashfully returns the other half of the note to you. Then
Oh, well, that's awfully nice. Um, say, yeah, I mean, if any of y'all want to, like I said, if any of y'all want to play some more tug of war, uh, just let me know. We're gonna have to head out, but maybe we can find a place where we'll have a little bit more space.
you hear some dragon snickering, and as you leave, you do know that they're kind of watching you from their little peeky holes in the walls.
Mhm.
Um, and then, kind of as you will go on through your time here, the two of you are going to find that one or two dragonets is kind of nearby you, kind of consistently. They give you space and
Oh,
all, but they're interested in you and
oh,
enjoy hanging around you guys.
oh, oh, God! Oh, that's so gross. Let's go, Torque.
Hey, hold on. You all have
Yeah.
been here. You all see everything. What's the coolest thing you've seen?
Oh shit. Hmm.
Torque is not above a little gossip.
Yeah. I think that a lot of them hands down actually do l- laud to Tanya that when she makes her presence here known, it is an extraordinary phenomenon, and they all get super excited because they're all like her pets, so they get to spend time with her publicly, and that looks really cool to them. They love that. Um, but they also talk about ooh, I think I might have to come back to you on that one. I want to give you a cool thing. I'll come back to that. But anything else for the meantime?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I know we found the rookery, but I really want to know what's at the top of this tower.
Uh, mm. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can set up. I'll just join you all in a bit. None of you have to go up there with me.
it's real dangerous. Like I could. Hmm. Hmm. Why don't I wait here for you?
Ugh, I can't get out. I can't get out. The door is closed.
Oh, sorry. There you go. I forgot to move you guys.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
There you are.
Anyone
All
else?
right, you're.
Tower? Anyone? Just me, huh?
I mean, are there stairs? Are you climbing the outside? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Oh no, there's just a door like right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I'll follow you up.
That, to my understanding, goes upstairs. So
Yeah. I'll remove the door, but there's not going to be anything inside. But there is like a spiral staircase that does go up to what is a watch room where you can kind of see other towers along the walls of the lower halls. The um, you see the tower to the Lords of Light that you were at the base of earlier, and you also see a Shadar Kai woman with long white hair plaited back and wearing long dark clothes, and she sort of startles. Well, not she doesn't really startle, but she turns a little sharply when you enter, and she says, "I didn't expect you to actually come upstairs. That's not many people do."
sorry. Wait, do I know?
Yes.
Do we know you?
Yeah, do we?
You don't. You certainly do not. I
Okay.
don't think any of you guys have met a Shadar Kai.
Oh no, we killed a bunch of Shadar Kai.
Yes,
In
well,
Ulrich.
yeah. In
Yeah,
That was,
Ulrich, yeah.
that was a
Yeah.
while ago,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's why I was more than a little concerned when she was just sort of talking to us so congenially.
No, it's not even congenial. She's just apathetic. Um. Uh. And seems, and if anything, is just kind of confused. Most folks don't really see that entrance, or don't have any mean to be passing through that way. Is there something I can help you with?
No, I didn't even know you were up here. I just saw the door and wondered what was at the top of the tower. Or at the top of the stairs, I mean.
You're from the material plane.
Yeah, Faerun. Anarok Desert. For myself, anyway.
Oh. I've been there before. That's interesting.
Cup of tea?
Well, no, I think I'll
Just enjoy the
stay
view.
here.
Oh, well, I can
Yes.
get you a cup of tea right here.
That's very generous. I don't often have company, no. That might be pleasant.
Sure, I'll pour a cup of tea.
What are you doing up here? If you don't mind my asking.
I have protection here. It is safe from being scryed upon or really falling ill within or becoming too tired. It is sort of a edifice to minor prosperity. and I don't mind whiling away time here.
I'm Torek, by the way. This is Ulvius.
Zira,
Oh,
she holds out her hand to shake. You
I-
are here, I assume, for the tournament?
More or less.
There have been a lot of strangers who have come for this.
are
Yeah,
you
we
also here for the tournament?
No, but I am somewhat at its mercy, as is most of the folks within the Fae will be. Whoever wins has then mastery over Midwinter. And should whoever makes that choice, whoever is able to survive the ordeal of the dueling and walk away with both blades, there are many who I do not trust to have such power. In fact, I don't personally trust any, but that is something I can share. That is a feeling that I may have as someone who is merely at the mercy of this plane and not a subject of it.
So you're not from here.
She shakes her head.
But you're not competing in the tournament.
No.
Oh.
I have an agreement. I am under Titania's protection. Should I abide by certain rules, they are easier to abide here privately than they are out and amongst all of them.
I guess. I won't pry further, and I'll stop bothering you. But it was nice to meet you.
She nods.
You know, if you get bored, there's some very nice dragonettes nearby. Some of them like to play tug of war. Kind of fun.
Really? They play
Hmm.
games?
Yeah, rather playful.
I used to keep familiars, but I don't ever think it was amicable. Thank you.
Sure, anytime.
Anything else for this day? I didn't think you'd find her that fast.
Yeah, I guess she is kind of just like in a random tower, huh?
Mm-hmm. Ted's determination to get into that tower.
I
That
thought that's where the
it's
rookery was.
symbolic.
I was so keen to go up the tower thinking that's where the rookery was. Then we
Yeah.
found the rookery down here, and I was like, yeah, but now the tower. What's
Torque
Well-
just wants to meet some birds.
what's in the tower?
She met a he met a raven of a different kind.
All right. Well, I'll have you all meet up. I'll put you all in the courtyard, and you can decide if there's. It doesn't sound like there's anything left for the day, so we can have you guys take your long rest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And Finny, you're going to the.
To the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those
28
names
days.
matters a little bit less.
Anyone else choose to stay out with Finny, or is everyone headed to the tea house? All right. I think that's a good place to start for the session, and I'll put in my notes that we're on a new day for next week.
Hell yeah.
The temptation to just be like, yeah, Torque's gonna go talk to Zira.
Yeah, just go back and talk to Zira.
Just chill there. This person seems sad. I got nothing better to do.
I wish I had gone up the tower with you now because I want to talk to Zira as Haza.
You know,
I want the matter and antimatter to meet in the middle and destroy all of existence.
I'm kind of happy